If you don't want to be talked to a certain
And I
way,
think you should
then don't
stop.
talk to people a certain way.
I didn't talk to you about no. I didn't talk about what
You
you do with
did.
yours.
You did. You did. I'm
So don't talk
offended.
about what I do with mine.
I'm offended.
Well, grow a backbone.
See, now I gotta be a nigga, and then you wonder why I asked you why your coochie is dusty.
What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. This is a quick reaction of Anton Daniels. So on one of his panels, he kind of triggers the women on the panel and it gets a little crazy, gets a little spicy. And you know, these types of videos are very interesting, but there's something deeper to it. And it also kind of points to how a lot of women are in denial and delusional and entitled. It just shows more and more the disconnect between women and men and how there's double standards when it comes to what applies to men versus what applies to women. So I thought this was interesting. Shout out to Anton Daniels. If you haven't subscribed to his channel and supported his channel, make sure you go ahead and do so as well. Also, if you like the content over here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. All right, let's get into the video. Here we go.
See a bunch of men get really pissed off in the comment section, then stop scrolling. You're gonna want to see this one. So I married a man in finance, right? He works super late nights, very early mornings. It is truly nonstop. And I like to poke fun at him sometimes in the situation because he's trying to work in really weird places, like laptop open, still on the phone, boarding the plane. Like sometimes I'm just like, what are you doing? But he's also just a different breed of human. He really is. But sometimes people will comment on my videos or they will come in my DMs and they'll be like, I don't know how you do it. I can never live with someone like that. I could never live like that. Yada, yada, yada. And I have news to share with you guys, okay? I am not attracted to a leisure man. No, I'm not. And dare I say it, being leisure is for the girl. I picked my poison, I chose my poison. Dare I say it, I am attracted to this poison. I am not into a man that you have to coach. I'm not into someone that I have to be their mommy. I am into a man that is driven, he's out there, he knows what he wants, and he's getting after it. I don't have to tell him to do anything. No direction. By all means, though, if you are into a leisure man, do you. But this girl? No.
Do you guys agree? Is there a certain point in your life that you don't want to build a man, help him grow, date a leisure?
It's not even that. Like,
but wait, before Anton goes, why is it always about a woman helping a man or building with a man? You know what I mean? It's never posed to the man because a lot of times when men make the money, it's an automatic. It's supposed to be automatic. He doesn't mind, you know, building and sharing his resources with a woman to build a family because he's looking to build a family, build, you know, something more. He's not thinking about just the money. And the sole purpose, in my opinion, for the man to go out and make the money is to build a family. That's the whole point of it. Because, you know, if he's going to be by himself, say he doesn't want a family and he doesn't want a wife, he could live very modestly. He could make a lot of money and stack his cash and be damn near rich if he wanted to, and just live very modestly, a 1-bedroom studio apartment, and live in that just fine. Get a regular car or something paid for, and he could just live his life, just living a modest lifestyle and stack his cash. But the whole point of a man working hard, that's the whole point of it, is because he wants to have a family one day. So he has to think about providing for a family, providing shelter, a nice house, a decent life for his family. That's the whole point of them going out and working. But now that we have women that are working, most of them already got kids. You've already created a broken family. So you have kids and you're making money just to take care of yourself. And you have to take care of your kid, obviously, because you're a single parent, but you're not thinking about building with a man. They still want to work and take care of themselves, but still want a man to come in with all of his resources to so-called build. That's the difference with women, modern women in the workforce versus the whole point of men working to take care of family. They're looking to build a family with their resources. Women are looking to take care of themselves. They're still selfish. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to travel. I want a lifestyle. I want this. Not about what's best for a husband and kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not looking at it. They're looking at it differently. Let's continue.
I think that a lot of guys are just like normal guys. They want to go to work, come home, chill with their chick, chill with their family or whatever. And she living a different life with a guy that's always working, always going, always on the phone, always trying to get it, and don't really even necessarily have a lot of time to spend with her, but that's the life that she want. Versus the other life where they get to see their guy, they get to spend time, quality time, all of that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like nowadays women, it's like, get the man that you want, Like you'll hear women say, "Oh, I can't date a 9-to-5 man," but then they get with an entrepreneur. "Oh, I can't date a man that's busy like that." Like, do you know what you want?
No, they don't. No. A lot of times they don't, because when you get what you said you want, you realize you don't want that. You move the goalposts because it's not making you feel good. Everything is about a feeling. And so when it's about a feeling, of course, your feelings are going to change. So when your feelings change, what you want and what you think will make you happy is going to change. So this is why you shouldn't be dating based off of feelings and what makes you feel good all the time, because that's going to change. That is not conducive to a healthy, stable, lasting relationship. This is why you find individuals who think this way go from man to man to man or relationship to relationship to relationship, because it's all about your feelings. And when it doesn't feel right, you're ready to move. You're ready to move to the next. And then when you run out of options and there's nowhere else to move, then you're going to start complaining, saying there aren't any good men out here, when there are. You're looking for something or chasing something that is unrealistic and doesn't exist. There's no such thing of you depending on somebody else to be happy 24/7. Your happiness is your responsibility. If you got a good man that's doing what he needs to do and he cares about you and he respects and loves you, that is all you need. This feeling and this lifestyle and all of these unrealistic things that women are looking for is going to be very difficult for them to get. And this is why they're out here now saying they choose to be single. It's not that they choose to be single. They don't have any other options. That's all you got. Nobody ain't checking for you at this point because you done ran out of options. You've felt and didn't think that you had what you needed, and you have all these expectations to the point to where you run out of options, and then you have no other choice but to be by yourself because nobody ain't checking for you. I'm just saying, let's continue.
Like, I just be so confused when women say stuff like that. Like, do you know what it takes to be an entrepreneur, the hours he's going to have to put in? Like, there might be time like he not get paid. Are you going to be there for him? And then you hear women complaining. You want him to make money or not? Like,
yes, that's true. I agree with you, Q. I think that's the problem. I think a lot of people like the way it looks to be with someone that's financially of an upper level, but you don't take into consideration the time it takes for him to keep that amount of finances. It takes a lot. I've been through this in several relationships. I have several entrepreneur situations, food trucks, I'm an author, and my time is limited, and it's hard to have a substantial relationship with someone that is consistently needing of your time. And I literally have to, sit my lady down and tell her I can either be here and be broke, or I can be abroad and we have the lifestyle that you want. And I think a lot of people just don't take into consideration what it takes.
Do you believe in balance?
Definitely. It's hard though. I mean, I do believe in balance. And like I said, this is something that I deal with personally, but to what extent? Like I can balance my relationship, but my entrepreneur endeavors, they don't have a merit to which I can say, I'm going to do this. I have to do what is required.
I think it's healthy for your man to disconnect. I'm not saying that you got to be all up under me 24/7, but if he out there grinding for 24 hours, at some point you got to bring it back, get a couple of hours, turn it off, so we can be together. I don't think that's too much to ask. Like, I don't think so at all.
I'm not doing that.
And I think if I may chime in, I think that I would never tell my man to not go out there and get the money. But if you know you have a relationship, you have to consider the relationship and consider what it takes to keep that relationship healthy and thriving.
Nope.
Yeah, I think in the back of the man and the man's head, in the back of the man's head, he's thinking, if I don't keep my... Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, all I was saying is do what you need to do, but don't neglect your person in that relationship, because I feel like that's what ends up happening, especially when you see these wealthy men get divorced by these women and their gripe is, well, you didn't spend enough time, you didn't spend enough this and enough that. It's like those are probably the relationships where maybe that they didn't find balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, like Carmen said, you ain't got to be up under me 24 hours a day. That's a problem if you are, but we still have to remember that we are two people in a relationship and we have to find time to cultivate our relationship while we are achieving those goals. I think that's okay.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with Jazz at this moment, because I do think that's important. You know, y'all know I've been married a long time, and yeah, you have to carve out time for your family. In my opinion, I think that's necessary, because I want time with my man. I want time with my family and my entire family. So I do think you have to consider your family and building and cultivating, memories with your family. But you have to discuss that has to be a conversation. You have to have the conversation of what you're looking for early on. Like, what do you want in a family, in a relation? What do you expect here? Like, what is it that you're looking for? Because I do think, men can get, if the man is the breadwinner and he's the one working, he has to work. But you also have to consider your family there too. If you're working and you never have time for them whatsoever, y'all never spend time together, you and your wife never spend time together, you never spend time with your kids, what type of relationship are you building with those kids if they never see you? So I do think there's truth to that. You have to be able to balance your family life with your work life to some degree. But that has to be a discussion, and you have to figure out how to do that. Because if his job is paying all the bills, you got to understand that is where most of his time is going to go. If you understand that if you want a certain lifestyle, then he has to work in order to get that and maintain it. So you may not see him. But if you would prefer to downscale your life, and live modestly in a certain way where he doesn't have to work as hard, where he can have maybe the weekends off, or he can have, work. It depends on certain schedules where he work. Sometimes men work 30 days on, 30 days off, or whatever the type of job is. At least you'll know, hey, he's going to work for months and months at a time where you're not going to see him, but then he have months off where he can be at home and y'all just enjoy him until next, so it depends on the type of work that he does. And once again, I agree that being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you have all this endless amounts of time. Depending on what stage you are in your business, it could require a whole lot of your time. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, and it has to be a conversation of what you're looking for. And if you're okay with, some women don't mind their husbands being gone all the time. They don't. Some women want more time with them. So it's a conversation first, and y'all got to figure out where y'all at, what you want to do, and how y'all gonna manage this. But it definitely, in my opinion, it has to be some type of balance. It may not be an equal balance, but it has to be some type of time that you need to spend with your family, the family you created. That's just my thoughts, because I want, to have my husband and family and we do things together. It may not be all the time, but there needs to be some time carved out so that you can enjoy the family you created. So I do agree with that. Let's continue.
No, I'm straight. You can leave if that's what you want.
Yeah, we know you all about yourself.
I think
listen, I'm not. My one of my rules is that one of my very few couple rules is I'll never stop anybody from leaving. Like, this is my life. This is what my life is always has been. This is what it will be. It's not changing. You deciding to get into it don't mean that I'm going to slow down for you. If you want to jump along for the ride and you want to follow me along with whatever it is that I'm going for, then that's cool. And I don't have no problem with people that say, yeah, I want to chill or whatever. That's not my life, and I'm not doing that. And my priority has been you. My priority has always been what I think that God wants me to do. And if you want to be along with that ride, then that's cool. But I'm not slowing down for no woman ever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's about slowing down. It's just like if there's a mutual agreement that we both are in this relationship, then it's up to both of us to cultivate that relationship while we're in pursuit. Now, the thing is, if you feel like you can't do anything else but pursue your goals and pursue your entrepreneurship and you have no time, then maybe not get in a relationship. Like, do what you need to do, but you can't. I think it'll be selfish to say, yeah, I'm in a relationship, but I'm going to totally neglect my girl or my woman because I'm in pursuit of the bag. It's like, then just stay single so you don't have
I didn't even say the bag. I just said my purpose. And again,
somebody
listen, for
ask
whatever
you for
reason,
life. It's like, what's the point?
I don't know why y'all keep thinking that life is about y'all.
I
Like,
didn't say that. I just said it should
neglect
be
you.
balanced in relationships.
What is neglect? Like, listen,
Neglect is you saying, like, I'm this is what I'm doing. I don't care about you. I don't care how you feel in this relationship. I don't care about us cultivating our relationship as a couple, date nights or whatever, anything outside of business. When it comes to us connecting, if that's not important to you while you're on your journey as an entrepreneur, I just think it would probably be best to stay single unless you are intentional on finding balance. That's all.
no, I'm not interested in balance.
We know you're
and,
not.
and again, that may be for other guys. That may be.
Yeah,
for
if you
other
love
guys.
if you love your person, you're gonna make sure that they don't feel neglected.
I think sometimes we focus
I
on
don't give a fuck
balance.
about what you feel like.
And
Honestly, no. Yeah, listen. If that's what you want to say, cool. But again, I don't force anybody to stay or go. I'm just.
Well, yeah,
gonna do
that's
what
been
I'm
working
gonna-
for you for a while.
I'm not. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I think that other guys. God bless you. If that's what y'all want to do, if y'all want to spend some time cultivating a relationship, awesome. I think
You
that's
should do
great.
that, and you don't think that's necessary?
Y'all should make TikToks together. Y'all should get one account and do dances together while you at it. Y'all could do all of that. Y'all could do all of that. God bless y'all. But
we taking it to the extreme.
It's all saying, my woman, I'm about this bag.
No, Jazz,
we
everybody,
taking it to the
everybody loves
extreme.
that.
Like making my woman happy.
There's nothing wrong with just taking a beat and just check in with the other. We taking it to the extreme, y'all. Like I'm not doing that. Just take a beat. That's all.
That's their
Okay,
thing.
check
That's
in.
how they love. It's working,
it.
so let it be. And we can't define how he loves his wife and how she loves him. That's their thing. He's good.
Oh
They're
yeah,
happy.
maybe she don't like talking to him either.
No, I think they're good.
you say some of the wildest shit.
Jazz know what she's doing, man.
She says
I'm just
some of
saying.
the
I'm
wildest
just
shit.
saying.
Yeah, and I think it is going a bit too far. I'm not. You still love your family. That's why they're working hard for their families, for themselves, for the entirety of the family. So I don't think that men and women, the ones who've been together and y'all have families, y'all love each other. It's not about that. It's just about having a little bit of time. I agree with the lady at the top, which I think her name Carmen. I think that's her name. Take some time. I'm not saying you got to sit down and kumbaya with your wife and your family 24/7. No, you got to work. That man got to work. But you need to have some type of time with your family. You can't just leave them hanging and then think that y'all relationship is going to thrive and grow because women are emotional and in their feelings. We need that type. That's part of the reason for having a man. Because you need that intimacy, you need that love, you need that man to be there to make you feel good. That's part of having a relationship and a man is all about. So if you have your husband there, you need to get that intimacy and that feeling and that love and that that attention from him at some point. All you need is that a good fix. You know what I'm saying? Women need that. So I think it's important for men to understand that and feed that every once in a while. Not sitting down kumbaya and with you for hours and hours and hours. No, but to give you that fix that you need every now and again to keep you straight, knowing that you're out here working hard for the family and she could function and go on with her day and do what she needs to do. That's all I'm saying. I think, you need to check in. You need to make sure she's good too and the family. That's all. Let's continue.
Like, I don't know what's going on with their relationship. I'm just saying, like, whatever
Shots hard.
whatever works for them. He said he don't care how she feel. He don't do what. That obviously has been working because he's
I
been for a
am
long
focused
time.
on what I'm focused on, and I love my purpose. And she loves the fact that I love my purpose, and that's why she adore me. Now, for a lot of y'all basic chicks, and for y'all regular chicks that need a simp up under you to make you feel better about yourself and want to cultivate the relationship, I want to see how long that lasts, because it's a lot of people that got a lot of things to say, but all of them is just in a relationship or they forever fiancés. Very, very rarely do I actually see anybody that can measure up and get the same results. So I'm just curious. Like, it's a lot of people that say a lot of things.
How everybody should live their
It's
life.
a lot of people that say a lot of things, but I want to see y'all get the ring first, and then we can start talking.
He got a point there. He got a point there, you know? And that's what I say to a lot of people have. You can have your opinion, that's fine. But your opinion, you know, it should come from somewhere. You know, it's easy to have an opinion when you haven't experienced anything or you haven't gone through certain things. But when you've gone through it and you've experienced it, you can have more have more to say about it. You can give a better opinion because it's coming from a real place. So yeah, like I said, my marriage, I done the same thing. I was a time where I complained about my husband not having enough time because he was working, making sure that we was good and we were good. You know, he worked hard. He worked his ass off to make sure that his family was good. But I you know, and then it's not like we didn't have time together at all. You know, sometimes I think, you know, women just think the money is just going to miraculously grow on trees and stay there. No, when you're working, you got to continuously work in it because you got bills to pay. You got to take care of people. So that money comes and it goes. You got to keep grinding. So I think sometimes we can get caught up in our feelings and forget that, hey, he's on his purpose. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And you got to be a little bit more calm about it and just support him in it. But also have the conversation about, say, hey, babe, you know, whatever you call your spouse, we need to spend some time together. We need to do this. Have a conversation with him and he'll figure that out. He'll figure it out. But a lot of times we don't communicate to the other person in that way. We always come in with an attitude or with an argument. We approach things in an argumentative way and it doesn't come off as well. It's not perceived by that person as well as it could have been because we don't always approach the situation in the right manner. And I'm guilty of that too. I've done that too. I don't always approach the conversation the way I should, but I think that's what we need to learn, you know, that, hey, you can get more from a person by communicating properly to them. Don't come at them with an attitude because you done sat down for months and you done conjured up this attitude. And then when you do say something, you go to them all out of pocket. I don't think that that's the best way to handle the situation. I think you need to have a calm, sensible conversation with your man and say, hey, look, honey, I know you're working hard or whatever, but we need a little time. Hey, maybe we could do this. When are you off again? Or when do you have a break in your schedule? Because I would love for us to do XYZ. I would love to get the family together and we can do this. And then you never know, he might be like, okay, well, look, you know, he gonna go figure it out. Like he figure it out. Okay, so I got this break in here. You can schedule it this so we can do, and boom, you get what you want. Because when you have a husband, a loving husband that really is there for you and the he really cares. He's not just working because he knows what it takes to maintain this family. He's doing what he need to do. But if you approach him in the right way, you can still get what it is that you want. But you got to be understanding of what he has to do, but also make him aware of what you need as well. And to me, any man that loves his family is going to find a way to make that happen. Trust me. And that's my experience. See, I'm speaking from experience. This is not something I'm conjuring up in my head. I've actually lived it and went through it. And I had to understand too, you can't come at that man in this aggressive way or, you know, just any old kind of way. You got to talk to him in a way and so that he can perceive and receive what you're saying, because he's not doing anything wrong. He's working. He's doing what most women want a man to do, protect and provide for his family. And he has to do that in the way that he has to do it. But I do think you can approach it by, you know, saying, hey, listen, I would love for us to do this or whatever, like I said, and it'll get done. At least that's my experience. Let's continue.
Not a competition.
Well, I think
part of the balance is getting in the race.
Can I say something?
In the race with who?
You gotta get to the race.
You're not the standard of how everybody should live. You know what I mean? So,
I didn't say I was. I just want to be able to measure it against. I want to measure it against somebody that's actually getting double.
But we're not measuring each other. We're just having a conversation about finding balance in a relationship.
You had a conversation about what you thought my relationship was like. And so in response,
no, because you said I don't care how she feels, and I was like, that may work because she probably feels the same way. You don't want to talk
right, and I'm assuming that your guy probably feel the same way as you, and that's why you don't have a ring yet.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Has everything to do with everything.
It doesn't.
It absolutely does.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do.
We're not talking about marriage. We're
if it
talking
works
about
so well if your way works,
it's not about working
then
well.
how come
We're
it
just
doesn't
saying
work?
you're the one who's saying that fuck how she feel. I don't care. I'm not gonna
Facts,
stop. I'm not
facts,
gonna stop what I'm doing for my woman.
facts.
And I'm like, maybe that works for you because she feel the same way. Now you talking about me having a ring? The fuck does that have to do with anything?
The
I'm just
fuck it
saying
has to do
if
with
you like
everything
a person,
because
if you like your person,
you
you're
wanted
gonna
to pile on, and so now I'm asking, since you know
trigger, babe.
what all of your recommendations,
I don't have no recommendations.
how
I
come
just
it
said
hasn't
find balance.
translated? How come it hasn't translated into a ring?
That's my business. I don't know.
I
That's
know you
not
don't
even
know.
what we're talking about right now.
Oh, it's exactly what we're talking about.
We're
And
not.
so,
We're talking
but,
about
but,
finding
but
balance, and you're trying to make it personal. And so what if I'm not married yet,
you
Anton?
made it personal. Now you don't want to have a conversation. See,
What?
listen.
You the one who
If
you don't care about. You the one
if
who
you
just got
don't
up there
want,
and said you don't
I'm not
care about
offended.
finding balance in your relationship. You don't give a fuck. These were your words, sir.
Facts,
I just
facts.
repeated them back to you.
No, you didn't. You
Now you
added a
want to
little.
take a
You
shot at it.
added
So
some
what? I'm not
sauce
married.
on it. You added
So
some
what?
sauce on
So
it.
what?
And
When
so,
are y'all gonna find a better comeback? Like you're not married yet. You're not married yet. Like so.
Can I ask a question? Anton, can I ask
no,
something
you
else?
can't. No, you can't. No.
Like,
No.
what
Give
the
me a
hell?
second. No
You the one who
question
said
yet.
you don't like nourishing or cultivating your relationship. And I said that
Facts.
must work for you because you've been married for so long. It may work for her as well. You don't like talking to her. She probably don't like talking to you either.
See,
Now you
that's
want
the
to take
sauce.
shots at
But
me.
see, that's the sauce that you put on there.
So what?
Because you like to throw rocks
You're
and hold
triggered.
your hand and hide your hands.
Oh,
But see,
that
I'm
wasn't a
not.
shot. You said
Yeah, that was a shot to say, oh, well, she probably don't like talking to you, and you probably don't like talking. That's a shot because that's not something he said. You know, he said facts behind the fact of, hey, the way he want to move and how he's been moving in his marriage, that and it's working. But to say that is a shot, I would say that's definitely a shot. Oh, she probably don't like talking to you, and you don't probably. He never said he don't like talking to her, and he never said she don't like talking. That is a shot, and I think. Yeah, a lot of times people do that and then act like they don't know what they're doing. That's some shady shit. That is. You can have an opinions about marriage in general and things like that, but somebody else's marriage, nah, leave that alone. Let's continue.
that you don't like talking to her.
Stop being so easily offended when the gun
That's
is pointed
you.
back at you. If you could say
not
some
offended.
if you want to throw some extra sauce on it, and that's cool. I'm not tripping about it. All I'm saying is I would like to see you get some sauce at all.
Okay, then that's your opinion, babe.
Because he fucking
what?
on you without no kind of commitment at all.
I know.
At least my chick, she get the benefits, she get all of that stuff.
Your wife?
No, my chick. My chick.
Okay.
I say whatever.
I thought wife was higher than a chick, but hey.
But you on the other hand, you giving the sauce up for free and no kind of commitment, no ring, no respect for your parents. He ain't decided to honor you.
You're
He
so
just fucking
honorable.
on
You're
you
married.
for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
He get all of the pussy and no kind
Yeah.
of responsibility for you whatsoever.
Okay.
And you got the nerve to sit here and talk about somebody in a relationship.
Anton, we were talking about balance. You said fuck balance, and I said that may work for you.
Listen, he went off, but he has a point. He has the point. And what's her name? Jad? She's triggered. She really is. You got to think about what you say. You know, what you say may yield a certain response. I don't think she said beyond talking specifically about his wife. She probably don't like him, talk to him, and you don't like to talk to her. She could have left that out because that triggered a response from Anton. She could have had her same opinion because I actually agree that you do need to cultivate something with I do agree with that, but that part I think that needs to be left out. It's almost like little jabs here and there. Like you gotta go there. I think a lot of, and I know women who do this, and it's annoying as hell. Like you don't have to go there. It's something in them. They gotta throw that little extra. Yeah, like leave that alone because everybody's not gonna accept that. They're gonna come back at you, and so that's what he did. And he just went in, and it went left from there. It's like, yeah, if you can have a conversation without doing all of that. Leave them people personal marriages out of it. Just if that's what's working, because that's why I would be because at the end of the day, I don't really be giving a shit. I don't care about nobody else's marriages. You married, you making it work. Good for you. It ain't my business to go in somebody else's marriage and try to critique it and say, "Ooh, see, he must don't like his wife. She must don't like him. Boy, they married." Because I think a lot of times women do that to invalidate marriages, to make it seem like marriage is not the end all be all because they don't have it. I think in general, a lot of women do that. They try to belittle marriages to say, see, try to find reasons to try to say, see, he married, but look, he don't even care about his wife. Oh, he don't even do this. So I wouldn't want that marriage. I hope that type of marriage never find me. This is the type of stuff they say. So a lot of women tend to use things like that to belittle marriages, to say, oh, I don't need marriage because look at how that is. Just because you've been married for a long time don't mean shit. They use that. But once again, you don't know the ins and outs of other people's marriages and relationships. And once again, they're together and they've been together for over 20 years. That lady ain't unhappy. And whatever issues she might have with her husband or whatever their issues are, that's for them to figure out. But they seem to be working and figuring it out because she's still there, he's still there. So there must be something that they're doing right. And it ain't for outsiders to nitpick other people's marriages. If you want marriage, you need to figure out get a man to propose to you and marry you, and y'all figure out how y'all gonna navigate through that and work that out and learn some things and take advice that may benefit you. And if you want something different from what somebody else has, find a man who's gonna cater to that, and y'all cater to each other. Every man is not the same. Every woman is not the same. What you want in a relationship is not the same as what somebody else wants in a relationship. What works for one group of people may not work for another group of people. If you find what works for you, and so you can get what you want and be happy with that. And it doesn't have to reflect somebody else's relationship or marriage. Just wanted to say that. Let's continue.
And now you're talking about me being married or not. Who gives a fuck? Why are you so invested? Why are you so invested whether or not I get married or not? You got the sauce. You stay married over there and not find balance. And let's continue the conversation.
No, I would like to know.
I'm not married.
I would like to know, and you don't have to answer the question. You're just gonna get mad about it. Why do you give up pussy for free?
I'm not going to talk about my vagina to you, nigga.
Why do you give up box for free then?
Why are you asking me inappropriate ass questions?
It's not inappropriate.
It is. Why are you talking to me about my vagina and what I do with it, married man?
I'm asking a question.
I think it's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate to my relationship to even have this discourse. So I'll let you have it, bro.
Well, then you better be careful how you talk to people.
Careful for who? You?
Careful how you talk to people.
Or what, nigga? Oh my God, you really? Never mind. Let's continue.
Why are you so offended? Why are you in your emotions?
I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out what your purpose is right now, Anton.
I thought we was having a conversation.
We were, and you said fuck balance.
Well, you better listen.
And I said that probably works for her.
If you don't want to be,
I'm not married. Okay, I'm not married. So what?
If you don't want to be
talking about me about my vagina, you're talking about me about my vagina, and I think it's weird.
If you don't want to be talked to a certain way, then don't talk to people a certain way.
I didn't talk to you about. No, I didn't talk about what you do with yours.
You did. I'm offended.
So don't talk about what I do with mine.
I'm offended.
Well, grow a backbone, nigga.
See, now I gotta be a nigga, and then you wonder why I asked you why your coochie is dusty.
That's weird. Why are you even talking to women about their coochie?
No, it's not weird.
If you're a married man talking to women about their coochie, that's not of God.
You shouldn't
that's
call
not
people
Christian
a nigga.
like.
Did I call you a nigga?
That's not husband like.
Did I call you a nigga?
Hold on to the Lord's
Did I call you a nigga?
Yeah, because I call
you shouldn't be calling people out of their name if you don't want. All I'm doing is reciprocating energy at this point.
You said what?
I'm reciprocating energy. Stop calling people out of their name, and I won't do it to you.
Okay. And this is exactly why we kept bringing up God.
No.
You keep talking about my respect. You keep taking shots at me, saying that I'm this and I'm that, and now you got a big deal about
respect. I will show you respect. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't call you out of your name.
Because I said you probably don't like talking to you either.
I didn't do any of that. And then when you start getting emotional, you think that you can do what you want to do because you just said you just a woman, so you can do what the fuck you want to do and get away with it.
You feel like
that ain't how it works over here. So, and you know better than that.
Can I say something?
What are you doing right now? I don't want to talk about my
You're not a victim. You getting the energy that you put out there. You getting the energy that you put out there. Be
Oh,
nice
yeah.
and I'll be
Got
nice
upset,
to you.
babe.
Be nice and I'll be nice to you.
Yeah. I'll be kind.
And I'll be kind back. But the minute that you go under, I'm gonna go lower.
Yeah.
What? How did? Okay, babe. You got it. You win.
Thank
W
you. I appreciate
goes
it.
for Anton. Wait, I think
You
I got
always gotta get the, why you gotta get the last word?
Yeah.
Why you gotta get the last
give you a
word?
round of applause on my thing. Can you
Why
hear
you
me?
gotta get the last word?
You can't hear it.
Why we just can't have an amicable disagreement and move our way?
Yeah, you want it to be amicable? Are you after you then?
Or we can go low.
Appropriately talked
Listen,
about
this ain't even remotely as low as I can go. I've
We
really
know you can go straight to hell. We know that.
Oh man, you don't know the old Anton. The old Anton was different.
I don't know why you choosing this opportunity to do that.
I'm chilling.
Okay, so
I ain't got on no black hoodie, nothing. I'm chilling.
Go chill.
No black Air Forces.
Nothing. No, none of that.
Woo, baby. Baby, listen. I'm nosy as hell. Listen, why he went off on that girl, on that lady. Baby, he went off on her like I don't think she liked that. She didn't like that response. But I'm like, sometimes, like I said before, it don't have to go that route. It doesn't have to be personal. Like, look, agree to disagree. If you're doing something that works for you in your marriage, relationship, whatever, hey, it works for me. Okay, cool. I'm okay. If it worked for you, cool. If whatever's working for you works for you. It doesn't have to be the same for me. However he maneuvers with his wife and how they maneuver with each other, that's their business. I would never go into somebody's marriage and tell, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing this, or maybe and insinuating things. Well, maybe she don't like you. I didn't hear him say one time that his wife doesn't like him and he doesn't like her. He just said he's not doing none of that. He ain't been doing it. He ain't starting. And if it's working for you, cool. I'm not, like I said, for my relationship, I want, certain things or have experienced different things. So what? It's not everybody's relationship is not going to be the same. It doesn't make you a better or worse person. It just means that's your standards and that's working for you, because there are a lot of people who have certain standards and they can't even get women with these certain standards, men with certain, they can't get a woman, or a woman can't get a man. They still out here single trying to figure it out. So maybe y'all need to take some type of advice and try something to see if you can get the results that you want, because there are people who are getting the results that they want. Whether you agree with how they're getting it and how it's going, they got it. Anton wanted to be married. He married. He married the woman he wanted to marry. She wanted to be with him. She said, okay. Whatever they're doing in their marriage, it's their business is working, whether you agree with it or not. This is why I say you got to respect other people's choices, their lives, and it doesn't compare to yours. What one couple or person choose to do doesn't have to align with you. If it's working over there for y'all and y'all happy, y'all growing and glowing and building, that's your business. Don't try to come. Anyway, child, let me know what y'all think of this. I thought this was an interesting exchange. It took a left turn, but baby, I am here for it. It is it is what it is. Listen, I thought it was entertaining, very entertaining. So listen, shout out to Anton, the Millionaire Morning Show, everything. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody on that panel. Shout out to you guys. Listen, I don't look at it as a personal nothing. It's just what it is. It's opinions and entertainment. That's what it is. Entertainment and opinions, and that's it. But I do think people need to learn how to just stop going personal, because it's not about people's personal relationships. It's about just relationship in general and what you think versus what you don't agree with, or what you don't think, or whatever. It's all opinion based. If you want to give a little bit of your personal out there to just add to it because that's your experience, I think that's always great, because that's something important that people can take away, just maybe if they want to try something that you've been through, and if it worked for you, you can do that because it's a real life experience. But you don't have to, you go out and figure it out for yourself. But I do think there are a lot of people who, think they have all the answers and know it all, but then they don't have the outcomes of that. And I think that says a lot. And when you try to, belittle somebody else's life and even though they've accomplished what they wanted. I think that's where you got to take a step back and say, wait a minute, he's married, he got what he want, he's doing what he want. His wife don't seem to have no problem with it. So I'm not, don't go that route. Because a lot of individuals are still trying to get to the place that he's in. They want wives, or they want husbands, they want cooperative women, they want longevity, they want all these things, but they have a hard time getting it. So, you know, you can look at that how you want to. But baby, this was an interesting one. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Make sure you chime in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content, you guys. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.